Have you ever walked into a room and felt everything? The noise, the energy, even the unspoken thoughts. You try to connect, but something always feels off. It's not you, it's your energy. There's a reason why you feel out of place in crowded spaces, and it's deeper than anyone ever told you. In this video, you'll finally understand why your spirit resists what others crave, and why that's your hidden gift. Stay close. This could change how you see yourself forever. They walk through the world like celestial currents wrapped in human form. Without saying a word, they shift the air around them, a quiet force of presence that leaves others unsure whether to lean in or step back. It's not arrogance, it's resonance, the echo of something ancient dwelling within their soul. This unique energy doesn't just speak, it sings to the hearts of those attuned to truth. But for many, it can stir discomfort, an unexplainable vulnerability in the presence of someone so raw, so unapologetically authentic. It's not that they seek to disturb, it's just that their light exposes shadows, even unintentionally. And so, their very existence becomes a paradox, a mirror for others, a catalyst of awakening or retreat. They don't just live, they illuminate. Comment below. Have you ever walked into a room and felt like you didn't belong? Not because you were unworthy, but because you were different in a way that couldn't be explained. That's where your journey begins. Spiritual practice. Tip: try this. Next time you enter a space, breathe deeply and visualize yourself radiating gold and violet light. Let it expand without apology. Observe how the energy shifts. But what happens when this intensity seeks to connect, yet is met with fear? We'll step into the mystery of that sacred paradox. Are you ready to see the tension behind connection? Have you ever felt lost, disconnected from who you really are? I created 3 transformative ebooks to help you reconnect with your true essence. Click on the link in the pinned comment and begin your transformation now. Though they carry the light of stars in their soul, chosen ones often find that their very radiance isolates them. While they yearn for meaningful connection, the kind that transcends small talk and touches the eternal, their intensity can be too much for most. Not everyone is ready to stand that close to a flame. Their presence stirs what lies dormant in others. Unspoken truths, unresolved wounds, forgotten dreams, all rise to the surface in the light of their authenticity. And so, instead of drawing people in, they often find others pulling away, not from dislike, but from fear of being seen too deeply. This duality births solitude, a sacred ache, to crave connection yet repel the shallow. If you felt this, comment below. How do you navigate your desire for soulful connection in a world often afraid of depth? Spiritual practice. Tip: sit in silence and ask yourself, what parts of me do I hide to make others comfortable? Journal your answers. Your truth is your power, don't shrink it. But what if that solitude wasn't loneliness, but sanctuary? We enter the sacred stillness, where the soul remembers its original language. Did you enjoy the content and it made a difference for you? Click on Super Thanks and support our work. For the chosen ones, solitude isn't exile, it's homecoming. It's in the silence between heartbeats, in the hush of twilight skies, where they remember who they are beyond the noise. They withdraw not to escape, but to return, to their higher purpose, to their unique energy, to the soft whisper of the divine within. In this sacred aloneness, they find clarity. The world's illusions fall away. No need for masks, for fitting in, for explaining their sensitivity or intensity. Here, in the stillness, they reconnect with the vibration that called them into this life. Solitude becomes the womb of rebirth. They recharge in the wilderness of their own soul, and from there they rise. Have you felt that call to pull back from the world, not in sadness but in reverence? Share below. What truths have you heard in moments of deep solitude? Spiritual practice. Tip: create a small ritual of retreat. Light a candle, sit by the window, or walk barefoot in the grass. Let your solitude be ceremonial, an offering to your soul. Yet even this sanctuary can be tested when forced to swim in crowded currents. We explore how the social world often clashes with the energy of the awakened. In environments where noise drowns nuance, chosen ones often feel out of place. Parties, crowds, buzzing spaces, they absorb too much, too fast. The laughter doesn't always feel real. The conversations skim the surface, and their spirit, so attuned to depth, begins to retreat inward. Social gatherings can leave them drained, not because they dislike people, but because they feel them too deeply. Unspoken tensions, hidden emotions, disconnected words, all of it hits like waves against their empathic heart. They crave sincerity, and in its absence, their soul grows weary. That's why they bloom in intimate circles, where vulnerability flows and authenticity is honored. Where eye contact is sacred and silence isn't awkward, it's shared presence. Tell me in the comments, have you ever been in a room full of people yet felt utterly alone? Spiritual practice. Tip: before social events, visualize a protective sphere of light around you. Afterward, ground yourself. Place your feet on the earth, breathe, and release what isn't yours. But what if all this tension serves a higher calling? We reveal the spiritual mission behind this experience, the soul contract that makes chosen ones living catalysts of awakening. Chosen ones don't just exist, they embody. They walk this earth carrying an ancient remembrance, often unspoken but deeply felt. Their presence alone challenges societal norms, shakes stagnancy, and awakens dormant souls. Not through preaching, but by being. Authenticity becomes their silent revolution. They serve as mirrors, revealing what others avoid. Their discomfort isn't random, it's alchemical. In every interaction, they hold space for transformation, whether it's received or resisted. Their spiritual journey is not just about healing themselves, it's about lighting torches in others, one spark at a time. And though the path is often lonely, it's never meaningless. They are bridges between dimensions, channels for a new consciousness. Their higher purpose pulses through their veins like stardust. Tell us in the comments, have you ever felt like your very presence was too much for the world around you? Spiritual practice. Tip: reflect on your life story. Write down the moments when your truth made others uncomfortable. Then bless those moments. They are evidence of your mission in action. But how does one protect such a sacred sensitivity in a world of noise? We'll explore the art of boundaries and the grace of spiritual self-preservation. To walk the path of spiritual awakening is to learn the sacred art of self-protection. Chosen ones carry a unique energy, a sensitivity that picks up the subtle frequencies of the world around them. Without clear boundaries, their light is easily drained, leaving them feeling scattered, anxious, or emotionally heavy. Protecting their energy isn't selfish, it's survival. Setting boundaries becomes a spiritual practice in itself. It's not about rejection or isolation, but about discernment. Who feeds your light? What spaces expand your soul? Saying no with love, choosing solitude over chaos, walking away from what doesn't align, these are acts of empowerment. Through this, they preserve their authenticity and resilience. Embracing self-protection also means tending to one's energetic field with intention. Crystals like obsidian or selenite, smudging with sage or palo santo, grounding barefoot on the earth, all become rituals that anchor them in clarity. They learn that safeguarding their peace is not a retreat from the world, but a declaration of worth. In doing so, they embody sovereignty, walking with grace and strength through both light and shadow. Spiritual practice. Tip: create a weekly energy cleansing ritual. Use sound, like Tibetan bowls or soft chants, herbal smoke or a salt bath. As you do, affirm aloud, I clear all that is not mine. I return to my center. Feel your field realign. Community reflection. Prompt. What spiritual tools or boundaries have helped you stay aligned with your higher purpose? Share your experience in the comments. Your wisdom might guide someone else on their path. Now that you know why your energy feels so out of place in the crowd, what will you do with that truth? Will you keep dimming your light to fit in, or finally honor the power of your solitude? Tell me in the comments, when did you realize you were different, and how has that shaped your spiritual journey? And here's a challenge. This week, spend 1 hour in silence just with yourself and listen. Really listen. What you hear might be the voice of your higher self. Subscribe, activate the bell, and let's keep walking this path together. If you've ever felt like your energy doesn't fit this world, maybe it's because you're tuned into laws most people never see. In the next video, we'll unveil the 12 universal laws that silently shape everything, including your reality.